This is how we can end off. I don't want to be disrespectful of your time. We're wrapping up. It's evening for you, but I know this is like a one-time opportunity to chat with you. So I was just trying to get as much out because
Right, okay.
this might not ever happen again, right? So can we end off with like a sample of your diet? What does that look like right now in the off season we'll call it, where you're not necessarily preparing for your contest,
Yeah.
but what does that look like? And diet, like off season to contest prep, how far away from contest shape were you in the off season, let's just say, for majority of your career? Not like let's
I've,
leave out the teens and the early
yeah,
20s.
probably when I was like competing like every year, I'd probably only be maybe 10, 14 pound over my
Oh,
weight.
okay.
So not a lot of weight.
How long did the diet last, your contest prep diet?
Yeah. Oh, like say I was on a diet all the time, really.
Okay.
A diet as such, but I'd cut out like crisps, potato chips, if you
Yeah, yeah.
and stuff like that, really. And that's it, really. And do some cardio. I eat a bit more now, things I want to eat, but still stay relatively maybe 14 pound over my weight. But
Yeah. Even during the time when you were competing at the Worlds in like late 90s, early 2000s, you would stay what, like 14 pounds away from stage, 15
yeah,
pounds?
yeah, 10, 14 pound. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Obviously, I didn't want to get too far out of shape. To me, that was out of shape. So
Did you ever do the big bulk, like at the early part of your career, where you got up to like, let's say
the
30
the,
pounds away?
the heaviest I've ever been in my life is probably around 15 stone. I think it's about 210. Yeah, but even then, I still had abdominal. I could see my abs and stuff.
That's
So
only 30 pounds away from your stage weight,
yeah,
technically, right?
but to me, that was a lot.
That was a lot for you. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, that's probably the heaviest I've been. But
Yeah.
yeah, when I was competing year on, I'd do the competition, and then obviously I'd put a few pounds on naturally, and then it'd be come round, I'd be dieting again.
How long did it take you to lose that last 14 pounds or so?
I actually diet. I still do. I do it really slow. It'd be like 4 months. I'd be,
Oh, so you
but
take
it'd
your
be like
time. You
take
would take your
time. Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's just incremental. Like say, cutting things out. It won't be where I'd be all of a sudden go on to be eating chicken and whatnot, whatever. I'd just gradually cut things out and then gradually add more cardio. So it were a gradual thing.
Low intensity cardio?
Yeah, yeah, boring cardio. So in the last probably few years, I maybe do 15 minutes, but I might do it at a harder like intervals. I
Yeah.
definitely won't do more than half an hour. I've never done like I don't know how somebody can go on a treadmill for an hour, hour and a half. I've never done that. In the past, like say in my peak times, I'd just go for a walk, 30 minutes, and
Yeah.
I'd do that. That's all I did.
This is how we can end off. I don't want to be disrespectful of your time. We're wrapping up. It's evening for you, but I know this is like a one-time opportunity to chat with you. So I was just trying to get as much out because
Right, okay.
this might not ever happen again, right? So can we end off with like a sample of your diet? What does that look like right now in the off season we'll call it, where you're not necessarily preparing for your contest,
Yeah.
but what does that look like?
Yeah, I'd start in the morning with eggs. I have an omelette, three egg yolks, and then the rest are whites. I just mix that in an omelette with some mushrooms. Then after that, say on a training day, I'd train a protein drink after I've trained, and then maybe a bit of rice and chicken. And then next meal would be some vegetables and fish or chicken. I'd go to bed with eggs, an omelette again at night.
Okay. Whole eggs or is it the egg whites
Yeah,
only?
again, same with two or three yolks and then rest whites, maybe like seven whites. So it's like nine or so eggs, but with like three yolks, and that's it really, basically.
And the protein powder is after your workout. Is there protein
Yeah, I
powder?
just have a whey protein. I don't take these mass builders with loads of carbs in. I just have a protein drink,
Okay.
and I just have creatine and glutamine, and that's it.
Is that the only supplements you take?
Yeah,
Creatine and
I
glutamine?
have a vitamin C and a B complex, and that's it. Yeah.
And do you track your macros like to the gram or not so much?
No, no,
No.
no. So when I'm like say preparing for a competition, I'm like in these last competitions I've been doing, I'm like really low carbohydrate, but higher fat and high protein. In those last shows, I'm maybe having like maybe 50 grams of carbs a day, not even that really sometimes. Really low carb, but but higher fat.
Was it always like that for you?
No,
No.
at my peak, I'll be like eat probably more normal, more higher carbohydrate, lots of pasta and rice and things and that. But probably I might have needed more carbs then because I was younger. I don't feel as if I need as much food, or if I
Okay.
eat too much food, you just get fatter. But that
Yeah.
might be my age.
I was gonna say, because like, is your strength that much different from when you were in your peak to now, as far as the loads you were lifting? Like, for example, your
Yeah,
rows and your.
yeah, it's obviously my strengths. My strength from now to maybe 5 years ago is down because I think now when I can see now is over a certain age you dip, your
Yeah.
strength does dip. But obviously I'm still training as hard. Some of the big exercises I can't do anywhere now, so I can't really gauge it. But in certain things, it's not a lot different to say it's
Yeah.
30 years on. So yeah, but I can look back in my diaries and see the weights I used to do, and obviously there were a lot.
Yeah. Like you said, the execution was a little different too, right? So,
Yeah, yeah, probably. I still trained strict, but obviously I could have been stricter, but the weight made up for that, I think. But obviously, like squats, I do proper squats and stuff like that. But yeah, still we good weights. But like I said, nah, I can't even really. I can't squat. I still love squatting and stuff like that.
yeah. Yeah, now you found different ways to stimulate and
Yeah,
to
like I
keep it
say, I
going.
could do the belt squat and get some load on my legs.
I do wonder if that's also part of the, well, you mentioned like as you get older, you maybe just don't eat as much food. Maybe you're not moving around as much as you were when you were younger, right? Like there's maybe a few different variables potentially, but where you were able to handle way more carbs.
Yeah, yeah, because I had a lot more then. Obviously, I'd have carbs in every meal and
Oh,
whatnot.
okay. Even I noticed that I don't eat as much carbs as I did when I was in my early 20s, and I'm only 32. So I used to eat like 500 carbs, and now it's like down to like 250, 240. I find that a little bit higher fats also just I feel better than when I'm doing the lower fat, higher carb diet. So I don't know if that's an age thing, but yeah, it's
Yeah,
interesting.
I remember Rob Feesey got that from him because I remember in 2002 he came in shredded. 2002, 2003, he like transformed his physique. I remember saying I couldn't believe it. And I said to him, I said, oh, how did you get that shape? He said, oh, I don't eat potatoes and stuff. I thought, oh, yeah. So, and I had fats, and that's what I did in 2013. I went to that type of diet where I cut my carbs really low, but up my fats. A lot of Udo's oil, if you know what Udo.
Yeah, he mentioned that. He mentioned the Udo's oil.
All right, yeah. So, like 2013, where I changed my diet, I was just having maybe 5 or 6 tablespoons of Udo's oils a day, and I cut my carbs like nearly out, and I got in good shape.
Did you also feel pretty good with the higher fats? Like you felt like you were
Yeah,
functioning a
I
little
mean,
bit
you
better?
say it, so you don't because a lot of carbohydrates, it just makes you hungry again. It doesn't fill you up. So I eat like nuts, like nuts and peanut butter, proper where it's just got peanuts in, not the sun packed peanut butter,
Yeah, yeah.
where it's just nuts. So I'd be eating like when I'm dieting, I'd be eating a jar of that every couple of days, and almond butter, which is even better, almond butter. So I'd be eating loads of that, and like I say, eggs, nuts, walnuts, and Brazil nuts, almonds, and stuff like that. I'd be eating a lot of that. Like I say, I was on that two-way split, but 3 days a week, and that was
Yeah.
on. I was doing that type of training, and that was on really on those low carbs as well. So
Okay.
when people say, "Oh, I can't train because I ain't got any carbs in me," I think talking rubbish. You can still train. If I can do that at 50 whatever, then I can't see why someone that younger than me can't do that and have enough energy to train. Because
Yeah.
obviously you're training for a competition. That motivation is there because it's all about motivation as well. And
The mindset, right?
yeah, your mind. Yeah, it's your mind what pushes you. It's not. You know what I mean? It's your mind, and you want to do it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You don't need loads of carbohydrates to fill you. It's not like you're running a marathon. It's just
True.
short, intense. Like I say, you shouldn't be in the gym 2 3 hours. So yeah.
And when you're preparing for a contest, obviously the serving sizes just drop, or is it just your cardio starts to
Yeah,
increase?
it's just I do more cardio.
Yeah.
Really, I might eat more leading up. to a show that I might eat more protein because I'm thinking, oh, I've got to get my protein in because obviously when I'm not dieting as strict, I might be eating some other like junk type of calories. So that I'm getting calories from that, but obviously that'll go. So I might eat more protein.
Yeah, but you're not tracking like you're not pulling out a
No,
scale or
I'm not.
anything like that.
When I was like say on the low carbs, I could track that because the only carbs I'd be eating were like some rice cakes.
Oh,
I,
okay.
I actually know, oh, there's 5 gram of carbs in a rice cake, and if I have 3 or 4 of them a day, I know what I'm getting. I'd have vegetables as well, but I won't count the veg carbs because I have salads, yeah, salads as well.
Mm.
I won't be counting them. So obviously I might get some carbs out of them, but I won't be eating rice or potatoes.